This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. In the last session, we started with data modeling, uh, and we built a data model, right, where we did applied some transformations on the data, and also we maintained our dimensions, attributes, and measures. Okay. Okay. My data model is created here only. So what I do is let me move this model. I'll just go move. Here you see an option, right? Move to. I'm moving my data model to this folder. Hmm. Okay. So these are all the generic dimensions we have. We created organization, travel data as data and account dimensions, right? As you see, home office ID by default created as an organization dimension. So where you have this home office description added as a description attribute, home office code latitude and longitude added as a property attributes, right? So now you see for BLR, description is Bangalore. This is the code. This is the latitude and longitude of Bangalore. This is latitudes and longitudes of Dubai. Hmm? So like that, you see all the data. So guys, generally, if you have currency also maintained, if you have any currency available in your source data, you can actually map that currency with this currency attribute. But here, in this case, it's all in USD, guys. The entire currency is in USD, so I don't have multiple currencies maintained. Suppose here, if it is Bangalore, I can write it as INR, Dubai. Okay, dirhams, mm, Frankfurt, Euro, London, Great Britain, pound, Mexico. I just type USD only. Philadelphia, it's America USD. Beijing, CNY, Chinese yuan. San Francisco USD again. Sydney, Australian dollar. Vancouver, Canadian dollar. Okay, so for different cities, guys, I write their respective local currencies. So what happens if I write these local currencies here means, well, suppose, guys, if I type this local currency and save it, so the ticket amounts, right? Uh, if I make these local currencies and save this, okay, and come back to the account dimension, okay. In the account dimension, you will choose what measures are currency based, what are not currency based. Here, carbon footprint in units and currencies is a none. But lost or loafer amount, it's an amount, right? It will be based on currency. For mileage, no unit. But for ticket amount, again, it's based on currency. So here, these two measures, I made it on currency, right? If you see here, so these two measures like lost or loafer amount and ticket amount, I made them based on currency, and remaining are non-currency measures. Okay, so two measures I made them currency. So what happens is any data record with home office ID as Bangalore, so ticket amount will be seen in INR. If I go for data foundation, here you see this is an option. See my cursor, data foundation. If I go to the data preview, Here I'll make my account as ticket amount. Okay. So here you see ticket amount when your home office ID, for suppose this home office ID is Frankfurt, 547 is like 547 euros. If it is London, 699 is 699 pounds. So this is how it will write. Okay. You will see in stories the currency values, you can see it in the stories. So here what happens is, guys, if you can maintain a currency attribute and maintain different currencies for different regions using the currency attribute. So as of now, guys, here in this case, the entire values are shown in USD only. The entire values are USD. So that's the reason I don't want to use these currencies at all. I delete them. Okay. In the future models, in the future models, I'll be maintaining data in multiple currencies. Okay. And then I'll also show you how do we do currency conversions to one single currency, and show you how do we see the data in converted currency and local currency both. Okay, as of now, I'm not working on the currencies, but here you can, using currency attribute, we can maintain currencies for different regions. So any data record, right? If that region is Bangalore, so all your ticket amounts, lost or loafer amounts will be shown in INR. If it is Dubai, it will be shown in dirhams, like that. So that is how your currency attribute works. Okay, and so then you also see, right? Whenever you create an organization dimension, you get two attributes. Okay, so one is currency attribute, another one is person responsible attribute. Okay, the person responsible attribute. uh, okay, so here you can actually give some users list, guys. Here you see in the person responsible, if I go, I can give some user list. These all are the users. Okay, if I give some user list or some team list, this is a team. I give this team here. So this team, whenever they access any dashboard, here I given a team for Bangalore. If they access any story on top of this data model, they will access data only for Bangalore. Okay. So these users or these teams, generally I'll speak about user management. So here we combine multiple users and create a team out of the users. Okay. So here you got some managers for Bangalore. We create a team out of them, and that team will be given here so that these users, whenever they access any story on top of this model, they will access data only for Bangalore. So this is how we restrict the users to access only their relevant information. We call it as row level security. I'll speak more details about row level security when I speak about user management, but as of now, I just give some details. Okay, right. This is about the organization dimension.
So Satya, these users are maintained at security level, or is it? Hello, Satya.
Hey, guys, y'all can hear me? Hello?
Yes, Satya,
Yes,
where
sir.
now?
Yeah, sorry. I got some issue. So y'all can see my screen, right?
Yes, we're able to see. So,
Okay.
Satya, one question. So, regarding the users, here you have selected a particular user, right? These are maintained at security level, or is this something loaded data?
This is like all general users. You'll get to know man more about when I start speaking about user management, how teams works, how roles work. So you'll get to
Uh,
know more.
yeah. And yesterday video is not working, Satya. Just wanted to. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll ask my team to check once again. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So this is more about the organization dimension. Yeah. Now let's move on to uh, some additional topics like hierarchy, uh, calculations, and so what we need to cover. So data blending, hierarchy creation, geo-enrichment. Okay, fine. So in this case, guys, so again, we all create the hierarchies and do the data blending at the data preparation tab. This is like a modeler tab, guys. This right now I'm in modeler tab. Okay. So I need to switch back to the data preparation to do all that work. So to switch back to the data preparation tab, here this is the option. You have an option called rebuild the model. If you pick this, okay, you'll be going to the data preparation. So if you rebuild any model, what are the changes you made in the modeler tab? They all will be discarded. So as of now, I didn't make much changes in the modeler tab. I added one team in the Bangalore. I changed the currencies of particular measures. Okay. So this is one thing you need to remember, guys. If you switch back to the data preparation, so any changes you make in the modeler tab will be gone. Okay. So in general, this is training. So I'm going back and forth between modeler tab and data preparation. But in real scenarios, right? So we will complete all the aspects in the data preparation tab and then come to the modeler tabs. See, if I am creating a model, I would have created hierarchies, everything, and then I would have created the model at the end. But this is training purpose. I need to show you how modeler works, how data preparation works. So I'm just moving back and forth. Okay. So now I have that I'm back to the data preparation tab where I maintain all the attributes, dimensions, and measures. Okay. So here you also can do some kind of a data blending, guys. Here, this is the option to do a data blending, combining the data from multiple sources. So here in the same file, okay. Okay, right now I loaded all the data from data upload sheet. So I also have a region sheet. Okay. Guys, in the region sheet, you have this data like home office data, description, country, region, and global. So I want to load this country, region, and global data also to the data model. So guys, you can actually combine data coming from multiple sources, but make sure your both of your sources have at least one common column. What data should be present common in at least one column between two sources. Because you need to join, right? If without having a common dimension, you cannot join any two data sets, right? So I'm going with combined data. So I'll take my source as a file only. I'm selecting my source file here. Okay, so I'll go with same file. I use same file as my source, but I use the sheet as region sheet. Okay. So on the left hand side, so you see all the columns of your existing source data. On the right hand side, you see this. Then you need to map, guys, combine the columns. Means you need to join, apply the join conditions. So here I just go take home office ID, join home office ID with home office here. So you see, I joined this. Then I'll select home office description. I join this with the description. So this is the join condition I applied. I'm joining home office ID with home office column, description with description. And the join type, you have two types of join conditions, guys. All primary data means left outer join. Intersecting data means inner join. So you got two join conditions here. You can choose between left outer join or an inner join. Okay. So I'm going with left outer join here. All primary data, it's a left outer join. So let's say now combine. So you see, three extra dimensions got added at the end: country, region, and global. You don't see home office and description, two columns were added because they were part of the join. So whenever you add those columns as part of join, okay. So obviously, like what SAC does, it ignores those two columns because they are part of the join. That data is already there in the system, right? Okay. So here you see, we got these three: country, region, and global. Three dimensions got added to the data model. So we blend the data from another source. Okay. Using home office ID. Okay. So now you can see we got 37 columns and 18 dimensions right now. Three dimensions got added. So once you blend the data, let's go. Let's create some kind of a hierarchy here. So guys, we got two types of hierarchies in SAP Analytics Cloud. One is like a level-based hierarchy. Level hierarchy is what we call. Second one is like a parent-child hierarchy. Okay. So wherever you find these two hierarchies only, guys, level and parent-child. So you all know the level hierarchy, right? Arranging the data in multiple layers is level-based hierarchy. Okay. Parent-child is more like a relationship hierarchy, guys. It's more like a relationship hierarchy. Uh, so like employee manager hierarchy is like a parent-child, because I take your manager, your manager acts as, so he acts as a manager for his employees, and he acts as an employee for his manager. So this kind of hierarchies, we call it as parent-child, relationship-based. Okay, like employee hierarchy. Even in finance, we have accounting hierarchy, jail accounting hierarchy. So that is also a parent-child hierarchy. So you find majorly this parent-child in finance and HR. Right, guys? So I take you act as parents to your children and you act as children to your parent, right? This is how it works, the parent-child hierarchy. It's more like a relationship hierarchy. Okay. And if you have data like country, region, store, etc., it's like a level-based hierarchy, multiple levels of data. So let me create both level-based and parent-child hierarchy. So here I have like, if you see here, guys, I have four levels of data, like global. Then under global, I got four regions like Asia Pacific, Japan, Europe, Middle East, Latin America, and North America. The four regions. Under four regions, I got around 9 countries. In Asia Pacific, Japan, we got India, we got China, and we got Australia, 3 countries. Under Europe, Middle East, we got UAE, Germany, and UK, 3 countries. Under Latin America, only one country, Mexico. Under North America, I got 2 countries, United States and Canada. The total 9 countries, 4 regions and 9 countries. Under 9 countries, I got 10 cities, 2 cities in the United States. Okay, remaining all countries have only 1 city. So this is like a 4-level hierarchy, right? Global, then region, then country, and then city. Okay, I can create a level hierarchy on this data. So what I do is, so here this is option to create a level based hierarchy. Create a level based hierarchy. I give some name as hierarchy on home office. Select home office ID. Okay, on top of home office ID, I'll go with country. On top of country, we go region. On that, we have global. So 4-level hierarchy. We have global, 1 unique value. Under that, we got region, 4 regions, 9 countries, and 10 home office locations. Okay. So generate 100% unique bottom level means, so your bottom level should not contain repeated values. Here it is perfect, 100% bottom unique only. It's okay. So I just select hierarchy on home office, say okay. So now, so you see all these global, region, country will become the hierarchical property attributes of home office ID. Okay. Now these are no longer being dimensions. They all will become now hierarchical property attributes of home office ID. Now you see country is a hierarchy property attribute. Region and global, they all become attributes now. Because earlier I got 18 dimensions, now it is again back to 15 dimensions. Okay, when I'm choosing my in the stories, guys, at the home office level, I can choose at what level I would like to see the data. Okay, I'll use these hierarchies when I start with the reporting. When I do the reporting, I'll use this hierarchy. So here you see a hierarchy was built on home office with this 4-level hierarchy. So let me also do create a parent child here. As here I got carrier code and the carrier name as a description attribute. And here I got something like carrier alliance, guys. Okay, so we got 4 alliances and all the carriers will form will be part of any one alliance. In this case, I can make this carrier alliance as a parent node to carrier code. Here I go, the carrier code. Okay, I'll add an attribute that is a parent-child hierarchy where I add a parent node. I add my carrier alliance as a parent node. Add carrier alliance as a parent node to this carrier code. So I built both a level-based hierarchy and a parent-child on carrier code. Okay, level-based hierarchy on home office and a parent-child hierarchy on carrier code. Okay, let's validate the data once. So no issues found in the data. Okay, so I built some hierarchies now. We did the data blending, we created hierarchies. Now let's also do some kind of a geo enrichment. Okay. So guys, I clearly mentioned it in SAP Analytics Cloud supports the reporting supports location analytics like through geomaps. But to create a geomap, your dimension should be a geo-enriched dimension. You cannot create, we cannot use a normal dimension under geomaps. It has to be geo-enriched. So now let's create some kind of a geo-enrichment in this data model. So how do we create geo-enrichment? This is the option, geo-enrichment. We can do the geo-enrichment by coordinates or area name. You have two options to do geo-enrichment, coordinates by or area name. If you have data for latitude and longitude available, we make use of coordinates. If you don't have latitudes and longitudes data available, we make use of area name. Okay, so I'll be creating both. I'll create geo-enrichment by coordinates and also by area name. So first let's do it through coordinates. I have latitude and longitude available for home office ID. You see, you guys, I have latitude and longitude available for origin city. Okay, latitude and longitude available for destination. And if I scroll to the right, latitude and longitude available for home office. So I'm going to create three geo enrichments. Okay, one for home office, one for origin, and one for destination through coordinates. Let's say uh, geo enrichment by coordinates. I'll give this dimension as geo underscore home office. So here I give coordinates as latitude of home office and long. I take latitude of home office here in latitude and longitude of home office in longitude. So these coordinates, so it takes latitude and longitude and its intersection point will be identified as a coordinate. And for that coordinate should be given some name. Coordinate should be given some name, right? So that is given in identifier. Okay. Identify these coordinates through home office ID and give the location description through home office description. Okay. So now home office ID and home office description will become the card. So here guys, for suppose in one record latitude is 10, longitude is 20. So 10 comma 20 is your coordinate. For that coordinate, for that data record, home office is Bangalore. So means these coordinates will be identified as Bangalore. When you run the geomap, when you create a geomap in the story, so latitude and longitude, that intersection point, the name will be given as Bangalore there. If your data, if your latitudes and longitudes are given wrong in your data set, your Bangalore will be seen in United States. Okay. So your locations will be seen in different in other countries if you give wrong data in the data set, wrong latitude and longitude data. Okay. So create. Just a moment, please. Okay. So guys, you see, so this geo-enrichment dimension will always be created as an ST point dimension. ST point means stationary point. I think it's something. Forgot the stationary. I think yes. Um, so geolocation of this dimension is identified through home office ID. Okay. Now if I go to my home office ID, along with its property description and hierarchical attributes, you also see an ST point attribute is also present. That is geo underscore home office. Okay. Makes sense. So now we have a geo enrichment enabled on home office also. Let's enable geo enrichment on origin city. Sorry, I'll go here. Geo enrichment by coordinates. I go geo geo on origin. So I'll take latitude of origin and longitude of origin here. Identify this through origin airport code. Description is origin city. Another ST point G underscore origin created here. So these are the coordinates you see, guys. This is latitude, comma longitude, coordinate of this data. And these, for these coordinates, okay, origin airport code is AMS. AMS means Amsterdam. Right here you see, for your origin airport code, now you see an ST point also created. Same I'll do it for destination airport code also. Latitude of destination, we'll go longitude. Destination airport code, destination city. I given the identifier and description. Great. So we created another ST point on geo underscore destination. So 3 ST point stationary point geo enrichments has created. You go to the destination airport code, you see an attribute is also assigned. Perfectly fine. So now I created 3 geo enrichments through coordinates, one on home office ID, another on origin, and a third on destination airport code. Right. So now if imagine you don't have any coordinates available, latitudes and longitudes available in your data set. In that case, we make use of area names. Okay, you got country name or city names. You can also make use of that country and city names to create a geo-enrichment. In this case, I'll go geo-enrichment by area name. Here guys, you can actually download the locations, like all supported locations you can download here. I don't want the country alternate names, region alternate names. I don't need this. Sub-region alternate names also I don't. So you have actually country code, ISO codes, these are fine. Country, region, and sub-region, 3 levels. You generally have 3 levels. Okay. So country or region contains your country data. Regions contains your state's data. Sub-region is mostly city or district. So here you see, I go with country as India. So regions are your states. All states form your regions. Sub-regions are cities and districts. Okay. So this is how you see. If I make my country as United States, so all states are your regions. Your cities are your sub-regions. Okay. So generally we have 3 levels in area name: country or region. Generally it's country, then region is state, sub-region is city mostly. So here you can see when you create a geo enrichment by area, I can say it as like something like geo underscore region, something as a great name. So country, you can select a specific country also. For suppose guys, you have got all the data in United States, you can select a specific country from the list. Select a specific country from the list. Like United States. But if you have data in multiple countries and you got a data column for country, select column. Okay. So I have a country column here, right? So I'll use that country column data. Then once you select country, you need to select your state. So unfortunately, guys, I don't have any column for state. Okay. Uh, Let me create a region. Okay. So this region column contain different data. It, Japan, Europe, not data. So it will fail this region. I'll take data in data in home office description column. But only problem is my region. Please, please mute yourself if you're not speaking. It got created. Then in the data quality, geolocation region. I created G enrichment on area name only at country level, not giving region and sub-region. Create. The data quality is perfect now. It identified the country.
Satya, are you speaking?
See, we have the model updated.
Satya, we're not able to listen. Um,
Audible.
your voice is breaking. We're not able to hear anything.
Happening for everyone.
Yes, Satya.
Hello.
Yes, Sajjo.
You're not audible to use.
Uh, Sajja, I can't hear you.
We continue.
And your voice also breaking.
Not breaking. Can't hear it. Hear him at all.
Here we go now. Go on to
So they were not able to hear.
Guys, am I audible now?
Yes, we are able to.
Yeah, some issue with my mic. Okay. So here you see, I created with home office ID. Mm, we added some, you see, two things you can see, guys. Along with your description property attributes, you see your hierarchical attributes also. Hierarchical attributes like country, region, and global. And then you also see the coordinates of the data now. Okay, so and these are the coordinates for Bangalore. So and you see the description for coordinates also. These coordinates belongs to Dubai. This coordinates for Frankfurt, like that. Okay, when I start the reporting, I can make use of this. Same with carrier code. You see, I created a parent-child hierarchy on carrier code. Right, if I check on the hierarchy here, you see the carrier. So you got 4 carrier alliances: No Airlines, One World, SkyTeam, and Star Alliance. And if I open one alliance, these are the airlines that form on One World. Okay, these are the carriers that fall under SkyTeam. Okay, so you see a proper parent-child hierarchy on carriers. And whatever, on originate port code also, along with your property and attributes. So you have this geo enrichment, and these coordinates belongs to Allentown. These coordinates belongs to this. Same on destination airport code also. So I created now some hierarchies and geo enrichments on the data. So then I can make use of this to build some kind of geomaps. Okay, guys, I'm not. So I'll do one thing, guys. Geomaps is one topic in the reporting I didn't cover, right? You see here. So there is one topic in reporting I didn't cover is geomaps. So what I'll do is I'll for the first we almost have 10-15 minutes left. So what I'll do is I'll start with geomaps and I'll quickly cover few geomaps at least. And in the next session we'll continue. So guys, what I do is let me create one story on top of this travel model and where I'll work only with geomaps, because if I start with a use case on this data model, I cannot make use of all geomaps. In a use case, I cannot make use of all geomaps. First, let me show you all the geomaps, all the types of geomaps. Okay, I'll just play with the data, create all the types of geomaps. And then when I start build a proper dashboard on top of this data model, I'll use 1 or 2 geomaps max to max. Okay, out of 4 to 5 types, I'll be using 1 or 2 in my use case. Okay, so in this case, I'll do go build a new story on top of this data model. So again, start with responsive or canvas page. Just give me a moment. I'm checking what page I used for the previous batch. The previous batch I made small change. I'm just checking what I made. Okay, so let us create a new story. Let's start with the canvas page. So guys, few types of geomaps are not supported in optimized design, so I'm going with classic only. Okay, first month I'll be completely working on classic only, and second month will be completely on uh, this one, optimized. So now I'll go with data. Let's choose your data model. I choose this employee travel model as a source. So now here I go insert a geomap. I insert a geomap into this story. So now if I go onto the designer mode, so guys, you have different types of layer maps. Like you have like street, satellite, hybrid, topography. You can use multiple things here. But guys, majorly though we are doing kind of a geomaps, we are majorly using this for location and data analysis only, right? We are using this geomaps for data analytics only. See, in maximum cases we make use of light gray, dark gray. That's it. These are the two majorly used geomaps, light gray and dark gray, and sometimes transparent also if needed. So this time I go for dark gray geomap, this one. Okay, and let's now add some data. Let's add the content to this map now. Let's add the data to this geomap. Okay, so here let's add some content layers. So there are like six types of content layers under geomaps, guys. Most important, a lot of times asked in the interviews, a lot of times asked in the certification. It repeats in all certifications, the different content layers under geomaps. The most repeating question in all the certification and all the interviews. We got like bubble layer, heat map, flow layer, choroplay, point of interest, and feature layers. So I'll be using all so that you understand everything. So I'll be using these top five. Okay. So first I'll start with the bubble layer geomap. Okay, this geomap I created as a bubble layer. Okay, this content layer also I'll go with bubble layer. So let's add a location dimension here. Add a location dimension like geo underscore home office. So you see all the geo dimensions here. Add geo underscore home office. You see all the geo underscore home office with the name because I given the identifier, right? Description. So you see all. Okay. Designer mode. So I given locations and bubble color. So guys, bubble color I give it based on mileage. So I say more the miles traveled, different color should be shown. So I give the bubble color based on mileage. Open my mileage. I see some color palette, continuous palettes. I'll go for a standard palette only. So in the standard palette, if nothing works out for you, you can create your own palette. Here you see there is an option called creating your own palette. Create a new palette with 5 swatches, means 5 colors I can give first color I give it as red, then I go yellow, third I give blue, fourth I give green, fifth I give some. Okay, I just create a new standard palette with 5 swatches, out of which it is right now using 3. I want 4 ranges, means it will use the first 4 colors. So this range is based on percentage. Okay, I don't say with percentage. So if you say percentage, means 0 to 25%, 1, 25 to 50, 50 to 75, like that. If you ignore, you give it on absolute value. So now I give the ranges based on absolute value. Okay, so if it is 0 to 5 lakh, I go for red. Go with red. 5 to 15 lakhs, like 1.5 million. Okay, I go yellow. This to 2.5 million. I go blue. Greater than 2.5 million is green. So now I give zoom out. So I give 4 different colors. 0 to 0.5 million is red, 0.5 to 1.5 million yellow, 1.5 to 2.5 million green. Sorry, blue. Greater than 2.5 is green. So now you see. So you see all the home office locations and they're painted in different colors, you see. So based on the miles traveled. So then you have an option called bubble size. So you can also give the bubble size. Yes, I give the bubble size based on ticket amount. So more the ticket amount, more will be your bubble size. Okay, bubble color is based on mileage, bubble size is based on ticket amount. I see very big bubbles. So size increased by 80%. I just change it to 50%. This is much better, right? So here I go to file, edit story. Let's first set the story preferences. I told you, right, we always set the story preferences in the beginning. So for chats and geomaps, this is my standard value always. Let's add all borders, 2 pixel width, input controls also. Apply this to all pages. So, okay. So I'm just giving some setting. Mileage, I changed default palette, right? So it will be changed. So I'll use this palette once again. Okay, now you see here, guys. Edit as mileage and ticket amount by home office. So you see all the home office locations.
So Bangalore, the miles traveled is 1,50,000 miles and ticket amount spent is $84,000. So it's very small size. You see here in London, the miles traveled is around 2 million miles. Ticket amount is 1.5 million spent. Same in Frankfurt also. In San Francisco, it cost the highest miles traveled, 3.1 million ticket amount. You see, so color is based on mileage and size is based on ticket amount. More the ticket amount, more will be the size. More the mileage, the color will change. Right, so you see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Even Vancouver is also seen here, small dot. 9 office locations. You see everything apart from Sydney, guys. So here, if I go here, you'll see Sydney also. So it's like we are unable to fit all the things. So I just fit in such a way that I'll show at least 9. I fit the map in such a way I show at least 9. So here you have an option, right? If you want to zoom up on the data, you can zoom up. You can zoom here. You want to zoom down. So this is the lowest level of zoom. Okay. So here there is an option called zoom to data. It will try to zoom in such a way that it will try to fit all data points. You see here it's not fitting all data points. Okay. And then here you have a polygon filter. So if I say I filter out only these 3, say filter or exclude. If you say exclude, these 3 will not be seen. If you filter, only these 3 home office data will be shown. Remove the filter, it will try to show everything. So this is like a data filter only. Okay. So this is how you see all your data. So we are now seeing the mileage and ticket amount by home office. Let me save the story. All right, I created one geomap, guys. So I stop here for today. So in the next session, I'll start working on other content layers like point of interest, flow layer, play, etc. Everything, the remaining layers of the geomap. And then once it is done, we'll start working on the data modeling again. Let's create some calculated dimensions in the data model. Okay, stop here for today. Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you so much.